India has officially protested the BBC's reporting on a recent terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir, calling out their use of the term militants and gunmen to describe the terrorists. The Indian government has expressed its strong objections to BBC India head Jackie Martin and has written a formal letter. India's Foreign Ministry of External Affairs will now closely monitor the BBC's content. The attack in Pahalgam, which claimed the lives of 26 people, including a foreign national, was attributed to the Resistance Front, a Pakistan-based terror group. However, Western outlets like the New York Times and the BBC have been criticised for downplaying the incident, referring it as a militant attack and not as terrorism. The US Foreign Affairs Committee has also condemned the New York Times for its coverage, accusing it of distorting the reality of terrorism in Kashmir. This controversy highlights the ongoing issue of how Western media reports on terrorism, with many accusing them of whitewashing such attacks. We are joined by a guest today to discuss this issue. Retired Brigadier Rajan Jamwal, defence expert located in Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you very much for joining us, Brigadier Jamwal. I want to just go through some of the terminology used by some media outlets, and I just want to get your immediate response, if that's okay. Obviously, we've spoken about the New York Times using the words gunman and militant to describe them. We've got the New York Times, Reuters, BBC, as we've discussed, CNN, all describing this attack as being conspired by militants. They haven't used the word terrorists. The only sources that have used the terrorists are domestic newspapers here in India. The Times of India and the Hindu have used that terminology. What's the importance of this terminology when covering something like this?
You see, the Western media and regretfully some of the media in India also, they have been on the, it's a known fact, they have been indulging in such anti-India stance for quite some time. Openly they are with the jihadis, trying to, cover up their, this thing, underplay. You have just seen the beginning, they're just calling terrorists as militants or gunmen, this thing. There'll be more to come. In coming times, they will say misguided youth. They'll go to much softer terms. So that, the horrors of terrorism, they are not brought out as such. This is regrettable, but true. That's the world we are living in, and we know how to deal with such people. You have mentioned BBC. Even BBC is, by and large, doing these kind of things. So we have learned to take this in our stride. We know terror is terror. Terror has no boundaries. It has nothing. It is sheer terror. It is terror for the world. It is maybe directed against us today. Tomorrow it will be directed against US or any other Western country. We have had our movement is like October 7 was the movement for Israel. April 22 is the moment for us, and enough is enough. We are going all out. We are going all out. The nation has the resolve. The whole nation is behind the government. There we are going all out. It has to finish. It has to finish once and for all. And fortunately, the people are with us. Even the people of Kashmir are with us. You just see our district, the way people are coming out. The way people are coming out. A lot of people can't digest that.
Yes.
They can't just say. They are calling terror, terror. So what somebody sitting in New York says, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. That's my take on it.
Brigadier Jamwal, I just wanted to highlight the difference between the two words precisely. Obviously, you've got the word militant that's used the majority of the time in these Western media outlets, which is described as a person who is active in the struggle for a political or social cause, especially one who uses or advocates the use of force. That's the word militant. And then we move over to terrorism, which some dictionaries have a trouble describing the specific definition. But terrorism is defined as the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the use of political aims. Emphasising that that definition, civilians, which is what we saw in this attack. Is that correct?
Absolutely. See, I mean, the difference is very clear. You see the behavior of these terrorists versus the Baluch Liberation Army. They are hitting targets, but they are hitting Pakistan Army. Are there any civilian casualties? Now that is something we can call, I mean, militant or whatever we can call. They are not attacking any innocent civilians. Even in the train hijacking, the people they kill, most of them are Pakistan military. Most of them, I mean, all of them were Pakistan military. So by no stretch of imagination, killing of 28 innocent civilians can be by, you can describe these people as gunmen or militants. They are terrorists through and through, by any definition. By any definition, they are terrorists and they need to be treated as terrorists. Not only by us, by the world, by the whole world, they need to be treated as terrorists.
Brigadier Jamwal, thank you very much.